By the way, you know that Seinfeld does that comedians in cars doing coffee?
Yes, yeah.
He's finally got my favorite guy,
Who's that?
Martin Short.
That's your favorite comedian?
Oh, God. Nobody makes me laugh harder on talk show appearances than Martin Short.
Wow.
I think
did not see that
he
one
was
coming.
great on Carson. He's great on Letterman. He's great on Bill Maher. Martin Short is one of the funniest people on the planet.
Wow.
So finally, Seinfeld got him on Comedian Cars Doing Coffee. It's on.
Is it incredible?
I don't know. They just showed a clip.
Oh,
It's
okay.
he's just brilliant.
When I think funniest comedians on the planet,
who do you think?
Martin Short probably doesn't crack the top
That's because
30.
you're like 19 years old.
Yeah, Martin Short was a big deal in the 80s, right?
No,
He was
Martin Short's
awesome.
still unbelievable. His last couple of weeks on Letterman were the funniest he'd ever been.
Wow.
He's a great American.
You learn something new about people every day.
Martin Short's a great American storyteller. He's a great communicator.
I don't deny any of that.
Okay. So
Eddie Murphy, that's who I'm excited about coming back on Netflix. You heard about that, right? Whoa. You're out on Eddie Murphy.
Dude, talk about the 80s.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, well.
We found the one guy who does not like Eddie Murphy.
he's a great American.
You learn something new about people every day.
Martin Short's a great American storyteller. He's a great communicator. He's tomorrow's headlines today. Jason McIntyre started in the newspaper business, then bailed on it about 40 minutes in and created a site and made a bunch of money. So you predict, as a newspaper guy, what the headline will be tomorrow. So tomorrow's headlines today, what will we see from Le'Veon Bell after taking a year off?
Jets playing tonight, right? Are you excited? You got to watch that. I believe the headline will be Saved by LaBelle. Obviously, talking about 80s. How about the early 90s? Saved by the Bell.
Love it.
Awesome show. I've seen every episode multiple times. But people keep talking about Sam Darnold and the level he's going to rise to in his second year. And Quinnen Williams. You know, we've talked about C.J. Mosley.
He's been great at camp.
Le'Veon Bell is the guy to watch, because if you look at Adam Gaze's history, when he was in Chicago, what did he do? He got the ball to Matt Forte out of the backfield, catching passes, running the football, over 1,000 yards, 9 TDs. What happened with Kenyon Drake last year in Miami? Awesome dual threat. Now you're going to Le'Veon Bell, Colin, who is arguably the best complete running back in the NFL. I mean, no disrespect to Ezekiel Elliott. I think Bell is going to be a monster. People in New York are excited for Saquon Barkley. I think, if you do fantasy football, Le'Veon Bell is going to be a beast this year.
They also brought in Jamison Crowder, who was hurt, actually was the second best slot receiver on the market, who has had a great camp so far.
Listen, you've been light on the hot takes today. This is not that incendiary, but the New York Jets have the best skill position players in the AFC East, okay? We know the Dolphins don't have anybody. The Buffalo Bills, and the Patriots lost Gronk. So it's basically Sony Michel and Julian Edelman versus, Le'Veon Bell and the Jets guys. You even like Chris Herndon, the Jets tight end. He's suspended for 4 games.
Yeah.
But the Jets skill position players are the best in the AFC East.
Okay. Tomorrow's headlines today, how will the offense look under Freddie Kitchens and Baker Mayfield?
Well, we're contractually obligated to talk Baker Mayfield every time I'm on this show because of what happened that one time. And I believe the headline will be Kitchens' new shotgun offense. As you see Baker Mayfield shotgunning a beer here.
Yes.
I know you'd like that. No, lukewarm on that headline. Here's the funny thing about Freddie Kitchens. Do you know what he was doing this time last year, 1 year ago? He was a running backs coach of the Cleveland Browns.
Yes.
He was a running backs coach. Now he is the leader of a team that has major expectations, and they've got major personalities in that clubhouse. Freddie Kitchens loves to go deep, and that's why they got Odell Beckham. And Baker Mayfield threw the most percentage of deep passes in the league last year. People don't realize he likes to throw deep.
Yeah.
Odell Beckham, is he going to be healthy, Colin? 16 of 32 games the last 2 years. He's missed 16 of 32.
The only part of Cleveland's roster I don't like, I think their offensive line is an injury away at the interior spots of being a complete mess because they're not good at tackles. And I rely on scouts for this. It's the hole in the team. So the question becomes, if there was an injury up front, Baker's not
going to have the time.
No, so I think the Browns are going to win a bunch of games. I'm not doubting that. I think they'll be a little rocky in the first 6 weeks because their schedule, and they're new, and it's a new coach and a new system and new players. But I do think the offensive line, that is the cross-your-fingers unit with Cleveland. Now, can't have an injury.
You are on record picking the Titans in week 1 against the Browns.
Yes.
I can't believe you like the Titans a lot, Colin.
They're my dark horse team.
We'll eventually get to them.
Tomorrow's headlines today. How will the Raiders do in their last season in Oakland?
Yeah. I'm not bullish on the Oakland Raiders. They got like 22 new players in free agency.
And their schedule's brutal. They're all over the world.
Come on. Here's the headline for the Oakland Raiders. The Jokeland Raiders. I don't know if you watched any of Hard Knocks. Listen, John
a little
Gruden,
distracted.
Yeah, John Gruden is not very likable. I mean, he's living off basically one Super Bowl win with Tony Dungy's guys. Did you see what he did after that in Tampa? Nothing. And John Gruden last year, Derek Carr had his worst year as a professional since his rookie year. Gruden's supposed to be this quarterback whisperer. I don't like anything about Oakland. And I call them Jokeland because, as you saw, the Antonio Brown stuff.
It's a mess.
Listen, Colin, you know there's a cryotherapy place where we live in Manhattan Beach. I go there. I was going to have them post the picture, but they were like, we can't do shirtless McIntyre on here. I was like, whatever. But in cryotherapy, they have you put on socks and Crocs. You can't go in there with nothing on your feet. Like, how dim is Antonio Brown to just walk in there with nothing on his feet?
Yeah, no, when you go to these
what are you doing?
Cryotherapy places, they, I mean, it's pretty restrictive. Some guys have them at their homes, but I wouldn't. But
I mean, this is an embarrassment. Antonio Brown may not be ready for week 1. And now you're relying on Josh Jacobs, the rookie running back, who I like, out of Alabama.
Yeah.
And I think the headline will be Escape Goat. Everybody's bashing.
I know. Isn't that amazing?
And if I had a salary cap guru on my radio show, and he talked about how the Brees contract essentially sets up for Drew Brees could retire if they win the Super Bowl this year. Drew Brees could walk away from the same.
I think he may.
And the same could be said for Tom Brady. He might just ride off into the sunset like Peyton Manning, like John Elway, 2 other top 10 quarterbacks all time. What does Brady have left to prove, Colin?
Well, that's not how all-timers think. What does Saban have left to prove? I think all-time aspirational people don't think in terms of that. They just want to keep winning, and they like the money, they like the challenge, they like the competition.
But the money, he's taking less money than the market says.
I don't think that's how rich people think. That's not how all-time greats, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, I think they just like competition. They like winning. Now, you always got to do the headlines, but for the first and probably last time ever, I am delivering a headline. So,
oh boy,
okay,
this is fun.
Okay, so I want to get back to the Antonio Brown story. He messed up his foot during cryotherapy. I've been told you do cryotherapy.
I do, yes.
Okay, I do not do cryotherapy because I think it's a little shaky.
It's not shaky. It's great. It's not jumping into a cold tub. If you've never done that.
It's to minus 200 degrees, and I've seen a lot of people have a messed up skin. So I don't believe in it. You believe in it. So my headline today is, Cryo Me a River.
There I am, my head peeking out. I'm telling you, I had my son take that photograph. He came with me.
So where did you do that at?
That's in Manhattan Beach. I got a cryotherapy spot. And listen, it's great.
How much did it cost
play
you?
A lot of, it's cheap. It's not expensive. You go play tennis a lot, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you play a tough 3-set match. It's 2 hours. What do you do to recover after the match?
Vodka club soda.
Okay, that's one option. I will go cryotherapy and it kind of refreshes, recharges your body quicker than just icing up.
You're 30 years old.
I'm not as young as you think. And also, it's good to keep your body and mind, Colin. You can't just be reading all the time. You got to do the body.
Do you think it works? Does it hurt?
No, it doesn't hurt. Come on, it's just cold. It's 2 minutes in the chamber, basically.
Then LeBron's
not me.
LeBron's got one at home.
Yeah, if LeBron does it, it's good enough for LeBron. Look at that.
Well, I mean, Yeah, John, as John just said in my ear, you're volunteering for frostbite.
There's zero chance at frostbite, John. Trust me. Look, he's got the gloves on. You got to wear gloves and socks.
Tell Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown's a bit of a dope. He doesn't get it. It's sad.
He didn't put anything on his feet.
Yeah, Jay Glazer. You know Jay Glazer.
Yeah,
he does this stuff. I talk to
Jay
Glazer about it.
He's only 5'4". How can you'd lose him?
Stop it. They can raise a lot. Boy, Glazer's going to come after you.
I know. He's got
take you down to
gun
the mat.
show.
Yeah, Glazer's big.
All right. Urban Meyer, Greg Cosell, Chris Haynes, TJ Hushmanzada, and Jason McIntyre tomorrow. tomorrow's headlines today. I'm off tomorrow. Speak for yourself. I've got a labor-intensive day off tomorrow. Doing family stuff, labor-intensive. No